Hey there, Chadi Bazzi here with Real Estate Success Mastery TV, and welcome to episode number 17. Now, usually on a Monday, we release a video with a superstar. This week, we're going to do something different, being that is June 30th, the last day of the second quarter and the last day of the first half of the year. I felt like it would be critically important for us to have a very serious conversation about where you are in your business year to date and what you need to do differently to finish off 2014 very strong. So stay tuned. We'll be with you in a second. Hello and welcome to the Real Estate Sales Mastery TV. I am your host, Chadi Bazzi, a real estate coach and trainer, and I'm on a mission to help you master the art of selling so you can take more listings than you are right now, sell more homes much faster than you ever have, work less, and build a business by design. A business you absolutely love that gives you the money, time, and freedom that you deserve. Are you ready? Let's do this. Hey there, Chadi Bazzi here with Real Estate Success Mastery TV, episode number 17. Welcome to this episode. Now, usually on a Monday, we usually do an interview with a top producer, someone that's either working with me or not, just a top producer that we need to expose you to so you can learn to take your business to the next level based on their experience, so you can ride on their shoulders to the faster path to success. But what I wanted to do different today is, I wanted to spend this whole entire week, 3 episodes, 3 videos, 3 audios, 3 podcasts this week, totally focused on helping you really get clear on exactly what your last 6 months have been like up to this point, and what are some of the fine adjustments that you need to make in order for you to really finish the year as strong as you possibly can. Now, so what we're going to do is today we're going to do segment number 1. Wednesday we're going to do segment number 2, and then we're going to finalize the whole entire review on Friday. And the reason I wanted to split it up into 3 different videos is because there's so much for us to really take a look at. I mean, if we do one long video, it would probably be the equivalent of a 45-minute to an hour video. Most people can't find 45 minutes to sit down and watch a video. So I thought I'd break it down and we take our time with it, because it's critically important that we do take our time with it, not like too much time, but time in really answering the questions and taking a very deep look at some of the things that we need to take a look at in order for us to really come up with the right answers so we could give ourselves the right solutions and the right strategies and action steps that we got to really place a huge emphasis on and a huge focus on in the 3rd and 4th quarter for you to obviously achieve as much of your goal as you possibly can. So what we're going to do today is it's going to be mostly questions. It's barely going to be anything numbers related. And I wanted to begin by just shifting your mentality and shifting your thinking about what really took place in your business in the first 6 months. So I got like 6 questions, actually more like 9 questions under 6 different categories. I want you to write each and every single one down, because unless you want to pause the video and or the audio and really answer each and every single one, which I would also highly encourage you to do unless you're driving around, then you definitely want to go back to sometime later on to chadibazzi.com and download the show notes, where I will go ahead and put a list of these questions so you can go ahead and answer each and every single one of them. So the first question I want you to, actually before you even write down this question, here's what I want to say to you. I want to say to you, it doesn't really matter where you are so far this year. It doesn't matter if you are off track. It doesn't matter if you are on track, and it doesn't matter to me if you are ahead of where you ought to be year to date in comparison to reaching your goal. It doesn't matter where you're at. What matters is how you finish. How you finish. And I'll give you an example. I've had the opportunity, in the last, 14, 15 years of doing this line of work, to work with people who, I met somewhere in the middle of the year, et cetera, who were way off track, who ended up finishing off the year way ahead of track, exceeding their goal. And I've met people who were on track to reach their goal and ended up the year without being, finishing off the year on track. So, they fell back. And I've met people who are even slightly ahead of where they need to be, and they either got complacent or something happened, life got in the way, whatever happened, and they did not end up hitting the mark. So So it really doesn't matter where you're at right now. What matters the most is what you plan to do here on forward and how you finish. See, there's a saying out there that, that says most people are excellent starters and poor finishers. I want you to be an excellent starter and I want you to be an excellent finisher. So let's take a look at these very important questions. The first question I put down first thing we're going to do is we're going to take inventory of the first 6 months. So question number 1, okay, so there's 1A, 1B on this one. 1A is, I want you to write down the following, okay? What worked for me in the first 6 months? What worked for me? And I'm going to let this be very general, okay? I'm not even going to go very specific. What worked for you in the first 6 months? What do you find to be working for you so far? And then I want you to really take a look at why is it working? Like get clear on why it's working. And then I want you to figure out a way if you could even make it work better. Make it work better. So what has worked for you so far? Okay, get clear on why it's working. This is very critical that you get clear on why it's working because, for some systems or, whatever part of your business you're looking at, it may be just simply automated and working. For some parts that are working, it's because you have a specific team member that's taking care of, whatever is working for you, or maybe you are monitoring at a very high level and working at a very high level and totally committed to making it work, and that's exactly why it's working. And regardless of how well it's working, sometimes something is working very well. With a little minor adjustment, it could double or triple its actual results. So question number 1 again is, look for what is working, get clear on why it's working, and see if you could even improve it. So that's 1A. Question 1B, okay? I want you to go back and take inventory of the last 6 months. Okay, so taking a look back at the last 6 months, identify what is not working. What is it specifically that's not working for you in your business over the course of the last 6 months? So what is not working? And then I want you to get clear on why isn't it working? Get some clarity. Why isn't it working? Is it because the person in charge of making it work is not making it work? Is it completely broken? Is it because your commitment level to making it work is not making it work? Is it because it's missing certain elements? I don't know what that is, but you need to identify why is it not working. And then the third part of this question is you got to make a decision whether it's something that is completely broken and you need to just let go of, or it's something that could be fixed, and identify how you fix it and improve it and fix it. See, a lot of times what happens is, we get so adamant and we get so stuck on trying to make something work that we actually break it in the process. That's number 1. Or number 2, we're trying to make something work that just ain't never ever gonna work, whatever it is for you. So look at the last 6 months, identify what isn't working, get clear on why it's not working, and then identify whether it's something that you could improve on or it's something that you got to let go. So that's question number 1. Let's move on to question number 2. Question number 2, this is a challenge from me to you. So question number 2, or item number 2, just put down, question your commitment level. Question your commitment level. Taking a look back. Because here's the thing. If I have a conversation with 9 out of 10 people, on questioning their commitment level and say, hey, how committed are you? 9 out of 10 people are going to tell me, hey, I'm 100% committed. And then I take a look at their results, I take a look at their actions, and their results and their actions tell me otherwise. More important than their results, their actions tell me otherwise. So I want you to take a look at the last 6 months and really question your commitment level. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I want you to write down 10 if you were 100% committed and did everything that you're supposed to do, and 1 if you were, poorly committed. So wherever you are on a scale of 1 to 10, it doesn't matter. What matters is what you do here on forward. I want you to make a commitment for the next 6 months, but I want you to get clear on, I've been telling myself I'm committed, but my actions prove otherwise. You need to get real about your commitment level. Look, if you're committed to your spouse, like you're 100% committed to your spouse, you're not going to try to not cheat on them. You're 100% committed, you're just not going to cheat on them. I don't know where this example came from, but it's a perfect example. So look, you're either 100% committed or you're not. And if you're not 100% committed, then you got to do one of 2 things. Number 1, adjust your goal down. Number 1, adjust your goal down. Or number 2, raise your level of commitment. You got to make that choice, but make it now before you move into the second half of the year. Question number 3. And this might help you with really identifying your commitment level and raising your commitment level is, question your why. Question your why you do this. Is the why strong enough? Okay, do you have your goals in writing? Like, for example, do you know what you want? Do you know why you want it? Do you know how bad you want it? Because here's the thing, if you want something bad enough, you'll find a way to do it, to get it. And if you don't, you'll always have an excuse. Okay, I'm sure you've heard that saying before many times. So question your why. See, one of the main reasons why my clients do very well is before I work with them on lead generation systems or skill sets or any of this stuff, the first thing I do, okay, is I do my darndest best to have them tap into their heart. So whatever is in their heart gets aligned with what's in their mind. And then what happens is within 1, 2, 3, weeks into this training, sometimes within 1, 2 to 3 days within this training, they find themselves feeling more confident. They find themselves having more certainty about the future. They find themselves taking a little bit more action. They find themselves taking certain actions that they weren't taking before. And it is because they got clear on what they want and why they want it. So question your why and then get clear on your why before you move into the next 6 months. The fourth question I put down, do your current systems support the goals you want? Do your current systems support the goals that you want? Okay, so we're talking about all kinds of systems here. We're talking about lead generation systems. We're talking about a skill set system. We're talking about a listing presentation system, seller system, a buyer system, back office system, CRM, etc. It doesn't matter. You don't need to put all those systems in place to really take your business to the next level immediately. Let's focus on one system at a time. So the question again is, do your current systems support the goals that you want? See, a lot of times we want something and we want to work for it, but we really don't have a system. And then in our mind, we talk ourselves from taking a specific action by saying, when I have that system, then I will go and take this action. When I have a pre-listing package, I will pick up the phone and try to set an appointment. Do you see where I'm going? When I have a postcard or a flyer, I will go and door knock. When I have an image to post on Facebook, I will place an ad, etc. Look, we always have an excuse. All you got to do here is take a look at, what systems you need to have in order for you to take your business to the next level and see if those systems really support the goals that you have or not. And whatever systems are missing, then make a list of all the systems that you need to put together so you can have that clarity, so you can have that system to take your systems to the next level. Let's take a look at the next question. Do your current skill sets support the goals that you want? Take a look at the last 6 months and take inventory of your skill sets. How well, on a scale of 1 to 10, how well are you at connecting with people, building rapport? On a scale of 1 to 10, how good are you at qualifying your buyers and sellers? On a scale of 1 to 10, how good do you, do a listing presentation? On a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you present to buyers? On a scale of 1 to 10, how good are you at closing for the appointment and or the signature? On a scale of 1 to 10, how good are you at handling objections? Take a look at exactly where you're at. Take inventory of exactly where you're at, skill set, and identify which of these areas you need help in. And if you absolutely need help in those areas, then I would welcome you to go to ChadiBazzi.com and then click on one of our webinars where I do webinars every single month helping you exactly in this area of your business. I'd love for you to check it out. So that's ChadiBazzi.com/webinar, or you can simply just go to ChadiBazzi.com and it'll be somewhere right there on the homepage, okay? So number 5 is, do your current skill sets support the goals that you want? And number 6, this is a big one. Does your environment support the goals that you want? Does your environment support the goals that you want? And, your environment consists of, anything and everything. Your vehicle, okay? It consists of, your home. It consists of, your office. It consists of, your home office. It consists of the people that you spend the majority of your time with. Does your environment support the goals that you are going after? For example, if your goal is to double your income, for example, and you're hanging around with people that are earning half of the money that you're earning, then what's going to happen? There's a saying out there, Jim Rohn says, that you are the equal of the 5 people that you spend most of your time with. Okay, so some of us need to upgrade our environment. What I would challenge you to do is, get a piece of paper and put a line, from top to the bottom in the middle. And on the left-hand side, write down all the things in your environment that currently support you taking your business and life to the next level, and which includes people as well too. And then on the right-hand side, make a list of all the people and or all the things in your environment that do not support the overall growth that you want. Okay, so then the left-hand side is for all the things that you want to keep and continue to improve on. And then for everything on the right-hand side would be all the things that you either need to let go of and or upgrade and improve on, etc. So again, just to recap real quickly, number one, we're taking inventory of the last 6 months. That's exactly what we are doing. So step number one, look for what is working, get clear on why it's working, and see if you can improve it. Okay. Step number two and number one, look at what did not work for you in the last 6 months, get clear on why it didn't work, and figure out whether it's something that you want to continue to fix, if you can fix it, improve on, or something that you want to let go and replace. Number two, question your commitment level. Number three, question your why, your vision, why you're doing this. Question number four, or step number four is, do your current system support the goals that you are wanting? Number five, does your skill set support the goals that you are wanting? And number six, does your environment support the goals that you are after? That's it for today. Our next video in a couple of days and or audio, depending on how you're consuming this content, will be available in just 2 days. So I will challenge you to really answer each and every single one of those questions sometime over the course of the next 48 hours before we take this to the next step. And again, as always, if you feel like I've delivered a lot of value today, which I hope I did because that was my intention, then my request is for you to go to iTunes, okay, Real Estate Success Mastery TV. I want you to subscribe to receive these podcasts via audio and via video, 3 times a week. And I want you to really give me a 5-star rating. I think I'm earning it here, and a positive review. I would really, really, really appreciate that. And if you have a question about anything I've covered today, you can go to resmquestions.com. Post a question, and I'll go ahead and answer that question personally from me to you. Other than that, I will be doing another live training webinar coming up in July. And to find out more information about that, you can just simply go to shadibazzi.com/webinar. And if there's someone else that you know that could totally benefit from this video, then please forward this video to them and or audio to them. I would really appreciate it. I'll see you in a few days on the next episode, part 2 of our 6-month review. Take care. Bye-bye.